The 12 days of Christmas are upon us. And since it's almost Christmas, what better time than now to start binging all our favorite Christmas franchises? A couple of years ago, I made a video on the top horror franchises to watch over Halloween. So here we are. Welcome to Big Flick Energy, and let's get right into the best Christmas franchises to watch this holiday season. Before I start, one thing is all the franchises I'll speak on need to have at least 3 movies. Meaning some classics may be missing from this list simply because there's only 1 or 2 movies to never get it to that golden franchise status. And for starters, as we start this list, as a believer in Jesus Christ, I've got to start off with the reason for Christmas with another video I made last year with the Bible Cinematic Universe. It tells the story of the Bible from the beginning of Genesis to the birth of Jesus Christ, which is the meaning behind Christmas, and then to his death and resurrection. If you're interested in watching that world over the Christmas season, and I would recommend maybe stopping at his birth, and then you can continue when Easter comes along. So if you're interested in watching that world over the Christmas season, you can check the video out. Christmas is a beautiful season first and foremost because of Jesus' birth, so there's really no other way to start this video out. Continuing on from that, we have the Home Alone franchise. The Home Alone universe is a Christmas-centric franchise that weaves together tales of mischief, family, and holiday cheer, all set against the backdrop of the festive season. Each film centers on a resourceful kid left to fend for himself during the holidays, inadvertently facing off against bumbling criminals. The series began with Kevin McAllister's iconic adventures in Home Alone and Home Alone 2: Lost in New York, Home Alone taking place in 1990, where his wits turned Christmas chaos into triumph, and he even meets the next US president in Donald Trump. While later entries like Home Alone 3 and The Holiday Heist introduced new protagonists, they maintained the franchise's festive spirit and themes of familial bond. Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House, loosely ties back to Kevin's story, reimagining his family dynamics. While Home Sweet Home Alone brings modern humor and heart to the series. I haven't seen this new movie. I heard it wasn't that good compared to the originals, but it's pretty difficult to beat the originals. And while I am a major theorizer and I have heard the theories of Home Alone and Saw being connected, it's Christmas. There's another time, another place to make that theory, but that's not today. So together the films celebrate the resilience of kids, the warmth of the holidays, and the comedic mayhem that comes with the season. It's just a really fun franchise to watch with your family and a certified classic. And while Home Alone is a very grounded Christmas franchise, this next one takes a very magical turn with the Santa Claus Cinematic Universe, which is a heartwarming holiday franchise that explores the magic, responsibility, and the joy of becoming Santa Claus. It begins with Scott Calvin's reluctant transformation into Santa in The Santa Claus, where he discovers the weight of the role and the importance of belief. The Santa Claus 2 introduces the Mrs. Claus, emphasizing the value of love and family as Scott seeks a wife to secure his position. In Part 3, The Escape Clause, the stakes are raised with the arrival of Jack Frost, who challenges Scott's role, leading to lessons about gratitude in the true spirit of Christmas. The saga continues in The Santa Clauses, a series recently released on Disney Plus that deepens the lore of the North Pole and explores Scott's legacy as he mentors a new generation. Unified by their blend of humor, heart, and holiday wonder, the films celebrate family, tradition, and the enduring magic of Christmas. And having Tim Allen star Santa in this franchise is just the icing on the cake for probably the Christmas franchise I grew up with the most. So this one has a very special place in my heart. But after this, the next franchise is very different in the form of the Die Hard Cinematic Universe, which transforms the action genre into a thrilling saga of relentless heroism with its roots firmly planted in the Christmas season. Some people don't consider this a Christmas movie or even a Christmas franchise, but I'm here to say it 100% is. It begins with Die Hard, where NYPD officer John McClane battles terrorists at Nakatomi Plaza during a Christmas Eve party. In Die Hard 2: Die Harder, McClane faces another holiday showdown, this time thwarting a terrorist plot at Dulles International Airport on Christmas Eve. It continues with Die Hard with a Vengeance, as McClane teams up with Zeus Carver to stop a personal vendetta-driven terrorist in New York. The stakes grow global in Live Free or Die Hard as he takes on cyber terrorists, and A Good Day to Die Hard, where he joins his son in a high-octane mission in Russia. Though the films move away from the holiday theme in later entries, they remain united by McClane's unyielding determination and knack for being in the wrong place at the right time, especially with how it starts out during the Christmas season. Next up, back to a more comedy-driven franchise, is the National Lampoon's Vacation Universe, which is a comedic exploration of family misadventures driven by the well-meaning but chaotic Clark Griswold and his attempts to create the perfect vacation. The series begins with National Lampoon's Vacation, where Clark leads his family on a hilarious, disastrous cross-country road trip to Wally World. It's followed up by European Vacation that takes the Griswolds abroad, proving that their knack for chaos knows no borders. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation cements the franchise as a holiday classic, with Clark's over-the-top attempts to host the perfect Christmas turning into festive mayhem. And honestly, like I mentioned before, this is probably the most iconic movie in this entire franchise. It continues with Vegas Vacation, where the family's trip to Sin City spirals out of control, and then National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Part 2 shifts the focus to Cousin Eddie for another wild holiday adventure. It continues with Vacation, where a grown-up Rusty Griswold attempts to create his father's infamous road trip all over again, proving that whatever happens in this family runs in this family. And honestly, it's just a lot of fun to see Andy from The Office take on this role. Together, the films capture the humor, chaos, and heart of family life, offering laughs for every season, but especially for Christmas. Now, me being me, I do have to bring in some time to make a theory in this video. And it's tied into a previous theory video I made establishing that the Lego Movie, The Elf, and Barbie all take place in the same universe. So this next world, the Lego Cinematic Universe, is also a Christmas franchise. I highly recommend you watch that video as it makes all those stories fit in very smoothly, but more importantly, gives us another Christmas franchise to watch in this season, one filled with a beloved Christmas movie in The Elf and multiple stories about iconic toys. Another one that's a bit of a theory is the ImageMover cinematic universe, which is a world many hate because of how realistic the animation looks for this world, but considering 2 out of the 4 films made are Christmas movies, and one of the others in Beowulf has a winter, why not include it here and say they're all connected? Why not? The ImageMover Cinematic Universe is a visually groundbreaking anthology of films that explores themes of heroism, redemption, and the power of human connection, often through innovative motion capture animation that many people hate. But, hey, it was made. Watch it if you want. If you don't, you don't. Beginning with Beowulf, the universe delves into epic mythology, portraying the legendary warrior's battle with monstrous foes while questioning the nature of legacy and morality. The Polar Express shifts to a magical, heartwarming tale of a young boy rediscovering belief during a life-changing Christmas Eve train journey that does include a lot of spirits, and eventually will continue to A Christmas Carol, which continues with the 3 Ghosts of Christmas. So we bring back the spirits. A Christmas Carol follows Ebenezer Scrooge's supernatural redemption in a visually stunning retelling of this timeless holiday story. Finally, Mars Needs Moms explores familial love and self-sacrifice through the story of a boy's interstellar quest to save his mom from Martians. While varied in tone and setting, these films are united by their pioneering visuals and their focus on deeply human stories of transformation, connection, and, for the most part, Christmas. Another animated franchise we have is the Frozen universe, which is a magical saga set in the enchanting kingdom of Arendelle, exploring themes of love, family, and self-discovery. Now, I could easily say the entire Disney animated universe I spoke about in my last video is a Christmas franchise, but I wanted to put the focus on Frozen because it gets its own franchise status with 4 projects. It begins with Frozen in 1844, where Princess Anna embarks on a perilous journey to reunite with her estranged sister Elsa, whose ice powers have plunged the kingdom into eternal winter. Her ice powers have also created Olaf, and the story continues in Olaf's frozen adventure a festive short film following the first movie, where Olaf, the lovable snowman, helps the sisters rediscover holiday traditions. Next up, a year later in Frozen Fever, it adds a lighter touch as Anna's birthday celebration takes a comical turn due to Elsa's magical hiccups. The universe reaches new depths in Frozen 2, taking place 2 years after Frozen Fever in 1847, where the sisters uncover the origins of Elsa's powers and the secrets of their family's past, embarking on an epic journey of growth and reconciliation. And as I mentioned in my previous video, Frozen 2 actually ties in pretty deeply with Moana 2, which recently came out. Together, these movies and shows and shorts weave a rich narrative of resilience, magic, and an unbreakable bond between sisters. But it'll continue soon, as both Frozen 3 and 4 have already been announced. Another franchise I've theorized about is the Illumination cinematic universe, which includes the 3D animated Grinch film released a few years ago. And while it's not the one with Jim Carrey, it's still a fun movie that can make the Illumination cinematic universe considered a Christmas franchise. If you want to see the full way that universe works, I recommend checking out that video. Now, to close out this world, what franchise other than the Rankin Bass cinematic universe could do that job? I know that name may not mean much to many people just by hearing it, but you just see some of these characters and you instantly know that it's a Christmas classic. This is a beloved holiday collection of stop-motion animated classics filled with heartwarming tales of friendship, perseverance, and holiday magic. It starts with Nestor, the long-eared Christmas donkey, a story of compassion and acceptance as Nestor, a donkey with long ears, finds his purpose in the nativity story. This theme of personal growth continues in The Little Drummer Boy, where a young boy's drum playing becomes his offering to the newborn Christ. Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Jack Frost expand the universe's mythology by introducing the origins of Santa and the titular Frost Spirit, adding to the magical lore. Other classics like Pinocchio's Christmas and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas delve into themes of kindness, belief, and redemption. The universe continues with fan favorites like Year Without a Santa Claus, Frosty the Snowman, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, each exploring themes of overcoming adversity and the importance of being yourself. Later entries such as Rudolph's Shiny New Year, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, and A Miser Brother's Christmas keep the magic alive by following up with sequels to some of those original stories in new adventures. The Rankin Bass films capture the spirit of Christmas with timeless messages of hope, acceptance, and the power of holiday miracles, making the universe a cherished part of Christmas tradition for generations, and arguably the best franchise to watch this Christmas season. And with that, we have the top Christmas franchises to watch this holiday season. Whether it be an animated franchise like Rankin Bass, a comedy franchise like Lampoon's, an action franchise like Die Hard, or be it the true meaning of Christmas with the Bible cinematic universe, there's something for anybody and everybody to watch. I know I'm missing countless franchises given how little criteria I gave to consider something a Christmas franchise, so let me know what I'm missing so part 2 next year can be even better. As these 12 days of Christmas begin, I hope you all enjoy watching these movies and shows and shorts. Please comment down below which you're interested in watching. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, thanks again for watching, and see you all next year on Big Flick Energy.